I'm Brian, and this is my wife, Sav. In 2020, while the world was ending and all, we bought a 1991 Chevy G20 van.
So I bought a van.
This is not a crazy expensive luxurious Sprinter van, it's just a cool van that we completely gutted and rebuilt ourselves with no experience. We hope that these videos will inspire and motivate others who want to do the same. What's up, guys? We just wanted to give you a quick tour of our van. It's pretty small, so there's not a whole lot to tour, but I just want to show you everything inside. Oh, there's the handle. So this is it. You step in. We tried to keep it as roomy as possible, so we didn't do like a ton of cabinets and drawers and whatnot. But you step in. This is our little kitchen area. We may end up redoing this. We built this very fast. But this is our sink is just like a bowl we got for like $6 at TJ Maxx. And this is just a little pump we got off of Amazon, which pumps the water out. Down underneath, we've got our freshwater tank and our gray water tank. And then over here, we've got a propane tank with a Wave 3 heater for when it's really cold outside. This keeps us warm inside the van. And then if you'll look straight up, so we don't die when we're running propane, we have a fan here and another fan, a smaller one in the back. This one up front is the Max Air Deluxe version, so we've got the remote and everything. You just turn that on. The top opens up. Usually we're using this to suck air out of the van, and naturally it's bringing fresh air in through the other vent. We usually don't even turn on the one in the back. We just let it be kind of a passive vent. But you can change the speed and which direction and all of that there. Then right here we have our microwave and our freezer and fridge. Pretty roomy freezer. We pretty much, when we're traveling, we can buy pretty much as much groceries as we would normally, and it all fits pretty snug. Oh, it's a lollipop for Ava's birthday party. Up top above all this, we have just a really simple shelf. This is where we keep all of our dishes and stuff. It's not totally stocked right now, because the van's just sitting at home right now. But we have cups, coffee pot, plates, strainer, bowls, coffee, and then we keep a lot more stuff over here while we're actually traveling. This is our cool window. It's one of my favorite parts. So for our stove, when we're cooking or making coffee or anything like that, we keep that up under the front seat just because there was like a perfect little space under here where it fit. But we just have a portable Coleman butane stove that we use for all of our cooking. Back this way we have the bed, and it is a full-size mattress. It was a little too long this way, but instead of trimming it, we just it's just a 5-inch foam mattress. So instead of trimming it, we just kind of crammed it in here, and it works pretty well. And no, I cannot stretch all the way out, but the way we usually sleep is I'll lay kind of diagonal like this, and then Sav stretches out here, and we fight over legroom all night, so that's fun. But it's actually pretty comfortable. I have no complaints. Up top here, disguised by this cool plant, we have an air conditioner back here. This all is kind of ugly right now because it was a very last minute, like the week before we left for Colorado, we built all this. But we got a Zero Breeze Mark II. We've got 2 vents in the back that it exhausts through, so it's blowing hot air out and bringing fresh air in. And then this hose, we can kind of, this is where the cold air comes out, so we can kind of point this wherever we want, depending on where we are in the van. Because this isn't so much for keeping the entire space cold, but wherever you are, it's going to keep you comfortable. And this works really well. And underneath here is just an extra battery that gives us a little extra power to run that if our main battery is low. Underneath the bed, this is where we store pretty much everything. When we're actually traveling, we have 4 of these baskets under here. This is just where we keep our clothes. They're really easy to pull in and out. We decided not to do drawers because I felt like with drawers you're pretty limited. This way, if we need to store something really big under there for a time, we can, because all this can just come in and out. Over here, this is what powers everything in the van. It is a Blue Eddy Max Oak 1,000 watt, 2,400 watt hour. I think I got all that right. Power bank. But we charge this with solar. It can also charge off of shore power, and we have that available. There's 2 AC plugs on the back. Right here we have our 12-volt plug. And the cord I've got going to here runs to the back. There's a fuse box that all of our 12-volt stuff runs off of. And then we've got chargers and all that if we need it. I'm going to do a whole nother video on that to show how I wired everything, how our solar works. Because this is a great solution if the whole solar power kind of overwhelms you. This is kind of like a one-and-all solution. So I'm going to make a whole nother video on that. Oh, and then in here, since we had to have kind of a thicker board right here to make the bed strong enough anyway, we went ahead and took advantage of that space that would have been wasted, and we made compartments between here. So up here is where we keep all of our Reflectix window shields that cover the windows to keep it insulated when we're parked. And then we've got more stuff stored in the back as well. So that's pretty much it for the front. The front cab is all original because we really liked the interior anyway. It's nice, ugly pink plush seats. We think they're really cool. So we left all this just how it was. Oh, and then up here also, these are from the original conversion, but these are just cabinets. So this is where we keep most of our food. Right now I have like my impact driver and some other stuff in there. But we keep pretty much everything in here when we're traveling, like food and bathroom supplies and that kind of stuff. And this is our cool light switch. It's really bright outside right now, so you can't super see them, but there are 8 lights in the ceiling. And when it is dark outside, they keep it very bright in here, and they're also dimmable. But yeah, so that's that. Another thing, if you didn't notice, on the outside in the back, there are these giant windows. But if you look on the inside, there are walls. There's no windows in the back. We ended up putting window tint on those and completely insulating over the top of them. I just felt the fewer windows, the better. There's no point in insulation when you're surrounded by windows. So those were the biggest ones, so we just went ahead and covered those up. So if we come around to the back of the van, these are the 2 vents I was talking about that exhaust the air conditioner inside. And then we've got our solar panels up top. I'll make more videos going in detail about how we did all that later. So in the back, we've got the same type of storage compartment we had up front. Back here, we keep all kinds of tools. I just fit as many tools as I could in here and anything that we might end up needing on the road. And this is our cord for hooking up to shore power when we need to do that. And then down here is pretty much just storage. We've got skateboards, shoes, chairs, my camera gear. Over here we've got a jack, flashlight, extra coolant. And if you look up under here, that is a 12-volt fuse box. And then this is all of our AC power, and all that switches around when we switch to shore power, but I'll make a whole nother video about that. And last thing, if you look over here, this is where we hook up to shore power. So it's like $10, I think. Installed it on the side. But again, we'll make a whole nother video showing you how we do all of our electrical stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This is our van. Hope you like it. Like and subscribe to the channel if you're interested in how we did anything. Yeah.